Welcome to Java. Thank you kindly for joining me. This is for December 6, 2024, and it is also Friday. So we are at the end of the first trading week in December, heading into the weekend. So hopefully we'll have a good trading day and go into the weekend pretty happy. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in these markets this morning. Now, we are expecting the jobs report prior to the market open this morning. That will be probably a large mover. There's a lot of expectations. But starting currently with the MMRI, our favorite risk indicator, is at 275.3. So we're in high range, but it's been relatively stable the past couple of days. Notably, we've got the relative strength of the dollar has dropped a significant amount now. We're below 106 at 105.83. We've also got the fear greed meter is now in neutral territory. So this has changed. We're officially out of the greed zone with the retailers. Now, with all of this going on, it looks like the stock markets in the United States are poised for lower open, if only slightly. We've got volatility up, or the VIX is increasing. We've got gold up, which is a slight bit of a fear trade. Now we've got oil still down, lack of demand, and we've got silver as well is up in the futures. So with the futures are also agreeing with a weak day, but this could all change as soon as those job numbers come out. Now, want to take a quick look at cryptocurrency numbers. Bitcoin has dropped back from the 100,000 level. Had a decent drop, but it recovered very quickly. We've got a few things happening in that sector. We'll talk about that later. XRP as well has dropped back, and we'll talk about Solana. Now, the large thing coming out this morning is the non-farm payrolls. And with this, we will talk about Bitcoin cash inflows into the markets. They are shifting. So always watching the flow of money. Now, with this, we do expect a bit of chop out Friday week to begin with, depending on the news that we come out with. Now, the relative strength of the dollar down, and as I said, gold up, but pressure on oil, but really oil relatively neutral, hasn't been doing much. So with this, what we expect from the Friday jobs report is a massive bounce back from October. Now, this is not because we expect a much better economy or as far as jobs, but rather last jobs report should have been in the realm of 120,000, but due to the strikes and storms, or what they're blaming it on, the numbers came out at around 12,000. Now, you can do the math, that's quite lower. So what that means, in order to return to this quote unquote normality, they will have to make up for those numbers. So massive bounce back, if that does not happen, could skew the markets. Okay, calendar. Prior to market open, 8:30, probably not long after I get this out, will be the employment report, unemployment rate. We're going to have some Fed presidents speaking. Now, we've got this final look at all of these Fed presidents. We've got Bowman, we've got Goolsbee, we've got Hammock, and we've got Daly coming out to speak today. And this is before their pre-meeting blackout begins. So Fed meeting for December next week, that will be in focus then as far as the rate cuts. So we're also getting consumer credit today and then wages. So this is going to be the huge thing coming out today. And then we expect a little bit more chop toward the end of the day, going into the weekend, as market makers must clear out positions. Now, this is their job for all of the options traders out there. They're clearing out because that is how they make their money. Now, moving forward with the central banks, we've got the European Central Bank talking about they would welcome a weaker euro. Well, of course, if you've been here any period of time or if you're new, central banks' issue is to deflate the currency spending power. Now, if they make their currencies weaker, it means that they can take money from all of the money that they have printed, and it translates to inflation. So when you watch prices going up, it's not actually prices going up as much as it is the currency getting weaker. Now, as opposed to the economy, I always say the real economy, as opposed to they're saying it's a strong economy because the stock markets are going up. When we're watching price increase with inflation in the real economy, in Europe, we've got German industrial output missing expectations, fell in production by 1%. Now, they are the powerhouse of industrial capacity and production. This does pressure Europe significantly. With this, as I was saying, inflation, we've got UK house prices rising the most in 2 years. This is not a good sign for the economy necessarily. So, but they are going to say that it is. Now, with all of this, the ECB talking about their cuts, if they're missing this industrial output, and they've got more issues with this, we'll see if they do cuts. They will follow along with the United States. The currencies must stay relatively on par. We see the volatility crushing the smaller economies. Now we've got France with their 10-year yield falling. This is because of all of the upheaval there. Now Macron is going to appoint a new premier there. He is trying to stave off Le Pen having more power. A lot of tumult there, as well as other geopolitics that are swinging some of these things. Now back to the real underlier showing the weakness of the currencies. World food prices in general rising for the fourth month. Now this is according to the UN report coming out. So not good overall. Now down to the production side, we've got Volkswagen, not just in Germany, now that is where they're based, but they are selling their car plant in Xinjiang, citing economic reasons. Now this is, but this twice there because it's more clear here. It's because they have too much competition being forced into the electric vehicle thing, and it's just not working out. These green policies really have back end purpose, if you will. They are a flood of money up into special interest groups and political movements. So, but it's not good for what is going on with consumers. Now we've got Stellantis. This is United States, recovering over 300,000 vehicles. These are mostly trucks. Due to issues with the hydraulic control, is saying it's controlling the brake issues. Now, this is a large amount. It is a physical recall, not just a software update. So they will have to actually get these vehicles in, and this massive spending, of course, as well as the sentiment towards these vehicles taking a hit. Now, in other news with telecoms, we've got at least 8 compromised by a Chinese hack campaign, this according to the White House, and they are looking to force U.S. telecom firms to increasing their security. Well, that's kind of silly because their security, their business revolves around the security, so they are going to do the best that they can in order to protect their business. So kind of redundant. The White House just wants to get in here in order to increase the overreach of regulation as well as oversight. So we've also got Eli Lilly in the news. They are investing $3 billion to expand a Wisconsin factory to help meet demand for blockbuster drugs. Now, these are 2 things mainly: weight loss that they're driving towards, as well as kind of a diabetic drug that they're pushing out. But there are larger things coming behind this, if you know what I mean. And if you want, you can follow me on X as well as in our Discord, and we can speak about this more freely. However, watching Eli Lilly on this. Now, we had Zero Hedge come out. He brings out a little bit more of the truth. Really like Zero Hedge. In case you missed it, November jobs preview, we have returned to bad data is good for stocks. So people losing their jobs means companies are saving their money, and the stock shoots up. So we'll watch what happens again with the jobs report. Now I want to go into cryptocurrency side just for a bit. it has moved the market so much. And we did have a bit of a crypto conference the other night. Thank you kindly to Stav and PJ. I think we covered some good material there again in the Discord. Now we've got BlackRock and Mara Holdings buying nearly 10,000 Bitcoin as the price had that flash crash and dropped. Now, there's some concern here because this is BlackRock issued iShares Bitcoin Trust. They now have over $48.9 billion worth of Bitcoin. So what is the big money doing as others panic and they sell? BlackRock is buying. That is warning signal. And as we were speaking about last night, they're in a major move to try to get as much as they possibly can, see if they can leverage and control it. They haven't found another way yet. So with this, we've got the incoming administration has named ex-PayPal COO David Sachs is now going to be the artificial intelligence and crypto czar, quote unquote. Very familiar with the subjects at least. You will be friendly to this space, so I expect this is a good part of the recovery in cryptocurrencies because it's going to take another boost. So I want to move over into the artificial intelligence space. Not a very positive one, in my opinion. However, we've got Anduril is Open Artificial Intelligence partner, OpenAI, the company run by Altman, that I might point out, also tied in with ChatGPT and Microsoft. They are looking to partner to boost counter-drone technology for bases and troops. Now, this technology behind it, military implications, this is a larger push why they want to go for profit, because now they will be looking at military contracts and larger money. So from an investment point, very good. From a humanistic point, very moralistic point, I think is devoid. Also, they will be partnering with Palantir, will be on another side of this. Now, another mention I would like to bring out is an analyst setting Amazon stock price after unveiling Amazon Nova. Now, what is Amazon Nova? It is, they've got a few models. It is their artificial intelligence. They've got a Micro, Light, Pro, and Premier. Their text-only model, they're focused on speed and cost effectiveness. Now, I've been speaking about Amazon Web Services and saying that they have been very quiet about their artificial intelligence. Well, now they have unveiled it, and this is giving a great boost to their stock. Now, these different size of models are now subject to launch first quarter of next year. So very positive for their space. They will be running a large portion of the back, and I think they're going to be the larger competitor, if you will, to OpenAI. Now, with this, I'd like to remind you that you can follow me on X and Discord. I really appreciate everybody that has gone there, everybody that has supported this channel. I have moved my X profiles, and I will be on there more with hot notifications that can go out. If you don't like that platform, I understand. We'll also have Discord, and in the future, we'll be growing Substack. So with this, I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Hope you have a great Friday trading, and until I see you again, my friends, stay free.